Hey, my name is David Farmer. I'm excited to be able to meet with you guys today about digital advertising for the Hyundai digital program. We've been part of the digital programs managed through JD Power with the Honda and the Acura program, and most recently been invited to participate in the Hyundai program, and we couldn't be more excited. So the next half hour, 45 minutes, I want to go through an overview of what we do when it comes to digital advertising. To do that, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. And I think it's important to understand, who we are as a company, what our background is, and how that actually relates to what we do from a digital marketing standpoint. I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time there, but I do think it adds some important context of who we are as a company. And I'm just going to take a couple of minutes to do that. So just to give you an idea, I've had the great opportunity to grow up in the automotive industry. My father was selling cars and managing dealerships before I've even been around, and I've been around a long time. Been an independent used car dealer in my early 20s. I worked at some really great stores in my late 20s to early 30s, some really big Toyota stores selling over 700 cars per month. And most recently, my most recent real retail experience has been with an open point Toyota store right here in the market that we live in, which is the Tampa market, in kicking off Wesley Chapel Toyota back in 2006 and 2007. Notably, selling over 1,000 cars in the first 90 days from cracking the door from the very, very first time. Now, we have a technology background that goes back 25 years. I developed my first technology product in automotive in 2000. Ended up partnering with a guy named Grant Cardone to bring that pioneering desking solution to the marketplace. And then in 2011, I started this company. We create lead generation technologies, but more importantly, we have been using digital marketing technologies since those early days. I actually did a check right before this meeting kicked off today to find out how much advertising dollars in Google Ads alone that we've managed for dealerships, and it's almost at $20 million since 2012. So we have deep history with Google Ads, and that is going to be a big part of what we're talking about today. So getting into marketing, the first thing that I want to talk about is Google Ads. This is a core part of what we do for our dealers. The biggest part of the digital marketing budget from our best practices is going to be allocating that to Google Ads. So we're going to talk a little bit about Google Ads. We're going to talk about social media marketing with Facebook and Instagram. We're going to talk about video marketing through YouTube and connected TV, as well as digital display through the Google Marketing Platform. And then we're going to wrap things up with conquest email marketing and how all of these things work together to make things better as a whole than each one of them can be by themselves. Last week, there was an event by Google called the Google Marketing Live event. I like to watch it because I'm a geek when it comes to marketing, especially with what is going on with Google. And it really kind of gives us an insight into what is happening on a go forward basis. And of course, they're talking about AI and how marketers can use AI to drive results for dealers. So some context from that meeting that I thought was important to share here is that the future of advertising from their perspective, it's not coming, it's already here. Ads that let and help your customer discover you in new and different ways at just the right moment with the perfect creative. And that is the future of AI in search and how much of an important role that is going to play as we move forward, especially with their new ad campaign type called AI Max, which is an extension of or an evolution of performance max advertising, which we're going to be talking about today. So a lot of really cool things coming from Google Ads, which we're going to be leveraging for all of our dealerships going forward as they get released. But today, what we want to talk about is um, specifically what is happening today for dealers inside of Google Ads specifically. So when we do advertising for dealers, there's really three core areas that we focus on. And what has traditionally been considered SEM or search engine marketing or paid Google ads is what is now called responsive search ads. Now, there's a lot of evolution that's taken place with this type of ad campaign, and there's going to be a lot of improvements and enhancements as we move forward in the AI evolution of responsive search ads. But kind of at its core, this is what we think of as Google Ads. Somebody goes to Google Ads, they search in a keyword, and then we're able to present an ad to a customer in the first, second, or third position. But a lot of that is changing with the AI responses that we're seeing, taking that number one spot in many cases, and then they're bringing in other paid or sponsored ad placements. So with responsive search ads, some of the ways that it has changed over time, instead of just writing an ad with a headline, with a description, and uh, a landing page URL, these responsive search ads that has been a core part of Google Ads over the last few years gives marketers like us the ability to add in multiple headlines, multiple descriptions, and multiple landing pages in different campaigns and ad groups. And then we assign different keywords and search terms for those ad campaigns. So as people search and as customers search, we're going to present ads to the customer. Google uses its AI, its machine learning, its algorithms to determine what content from those sets of headlines, descriptions, and landing pages that's going to be best suited for that customer. And that is going to be the ad that is going to be surfaced to the customer and to entice them to click on that ad and get to your dealership website. So that is one of the core features that we use inside of the Google ad campaigns that we build out for our dealers is the responsive search ads. And I want to just talk a little bit about that. Now, from an optimization standpoint, one of the things that we do, I don't want to say that's unique to us, but one of the things that we really focus on is the overall performance of the cost per click and the positioning of these ads. So ever since that Google has released their smart bidding technologies, which has been many years now, we've leveraged that, experimented with that, done multivariate tests to find out how best to use that with the goal to drive down cost and increase performance. I think it's a different approach than most search providers. And what we see as a net result is we see that we're able to drive down our average cost per click by 50% or more, meaning that we can move forward with the dealership, keeping their ad budget the same for Google Ads, deliver twice as much traffic to the dealership website, or keep the traffic the same and reduce that overall expense and then allocate that to different channels. And the way that we're able to do that is our deep knowledge of how the smart bidding algorithms work inside of Google Ads today, leveraging the AI systems that Google uses there. Basically, it allows us to optimize where the ad placements are going to be, optimize the bidding based on the consumer behavior and then the overall performance of each one of our ads. Another thing that helps us keep that keeps our accounts optimized for the best placements possible is that we don't necessarily bid for the top spot. We find that by bidding specifically for the very top spot is going to increase your overall cost, but it does not increase your chances of actually getting to that top spot. You end up just losing a lot of opportunities and placements in that second, third, or other spots. And that's one of our core strategies to drive overall performance and lower the overall CPC. We could talk a long time about how this whole system works, but it is one of our core competencies, and I'd love to be able to have the opportunity to chat with you. Another thing that we want to talk about for Google Ads today is vehicle listing ads. Now, of course, vehicle listing ads have been around for a handful of years at this point. It's basically how we're able to take your inventory, put it inside a catalog through the Google Merchant Center, and it's a shopping type of ad that puts your vehicles right in front of low funnel shoppers right on Google search. Customer searches for a search term that Google interprets as intent. As a low funnel customer, it's going to serve up shopping results as images that are going to be linked directly to your dealership's VDP. We believe that VLAs is a core part of what dealers should be using Google for, and we recommend that dealers spend about half of their total budget for search to go towards these customers to drive a ton of traffic at a very reasonable cost, low funnel customers. The VLA campaigns, when they first came out, they were a separate shopping campaign. They've now incorporated that into the Performance Max campaigns. When we're running Performance Max campaigns and VLA campaigns for dealers, we keep the VLAs separate so we can manage those campaigns separately. We can optimize for those campaigns separately. These are going to be low funnel consumers where we're going to be able to take your inventory and meet it with the intent of customers. Another thing I want to talk about is Performance Max campaigns. Now, these are the AI-powered campaigns by Google. The way I like to think about these is it's kind of a bucket that we can put in a ton of different assets, whether there's search ads with headlines and descriptions and landing pages, or video assets or image assets. We put that all in this Performance Max campaign, and we allow Google's AI powered campaign to deliver those campaigns across multiple different Google-owned properties to try to deliver the right message to the right customer at the right time. It's this campaign that is going to be enhanced as they evolve to the AI Max campaign that is just now starting to roll out this month after the Google Marketing Live. This is where we can leverage multiple descriptions, multiple images, multiple video assets, multiple landing pages, business profile calls to action, all built into that campaign that you see right there. A lot of great benefits of how we can leverage Performance Max, and it is a key part of the way that we build out campaigns for dealers. Of course, why does it matter for dealers? Well, it allows us to reach potential buyers at every stage of the funnel, upper funnel all the way through lower funnel. It reduces campaign management complexity. It allows the AI systems to optimize all of that content to deliver the right message to the right customer at the right time. And of course, it allows us to increase the return on investment. It allows for dynamic budget allocation, ensuring that your dollars goes towards what performs best. Now, another thing that I want to talk about as we shift away from Google Ads is I want to talk about Facebook marketing. And this is going to be all through the one second here. This will all be through the Meta advertising platform. Now, for many advertising agencies, From a budgetary standpoint, I see that there's much more opportunity when done right. And when I say when it's done right, what I mean is that we're building out campaigns based on the type of assets that we can create. One of the things that we've done is we've created what we call our content creation engine. This allows us to start with offers. And we have the dealers, we partner with our dealers to find out how they want us to advertise the featured offers. We know at the end of the month that we're focused on at a dealer level, making sure that we're getting all of the deals put together. We're chasing steps. We're getting the deals put in the accounting office. Once that all gets done, maybe the second, third, fourth of the month, then we're going to look at the OEM offers, determine what offers do we want to focus on. And then we work with our advertising agency to get them all built out, get them approved, and then get them placed. We take kind of a different approach. We look at solving for that bottleneck. We look forward to what's happening the next month. We leverage the fact as soon as the OEM releases those featured offers, we use them to guide what offers that we want to build. We're not just going to build 3 or 4 core product offers. We're going to build offers for every model line that you have and that you offer. So we're going to have all of these offers available, and we do them in a massive approach when it comes to creating the content for it. But it all starts with that first featured offer. We get the offer content from the manufacturer, and then based on a predetermined conversation that we have with our dealers, we're either going to use them right from the factory or we're going to augment them. We're going to make them more expensive, maybe $20 more per month if that is where you want to be at compared to the OEM, or $20 less than what the OEM is. Or if you choose as a dealer to fully customize your offers, we can use that as well. But our goal is to speed the process. So as soon as that offer content is available, we plug it into the content creation engine, and then we're able to churn out a ton of different content to be able to add to our social media marketing ads. This is going to include a 1080 by 1080 square image of the offer, a 1080 by 1920 for the a reels or a stories placement. It is going to be a 1080 by 1080 animated GIF. It is animated GIFs that work in a carousel. This allows us for a 1200 by 628 desktop optimized side. So we build out all of this massive content across all of the different offers, and we build out video content that also allows us to get that placed in the Performance Max campaigns on Google Ads, and then also social media ads as well. And as we talk later, for YouTube advertising. So the content creation engine allows us to generate large volumes of highly engaging, offer-driven creative. All the multiple different ad sizes, 1080 by 1080, the 1080 by 1920, the 1200 by 628, the animated GIFs, the dynamic video content. And then we're tying that to the OEM co-op compliant assets for the dealership, making sure that we have a lot of rich variation in themes and models, fresh offers as soon as we can get them out. And the massive amount of ad content allows us to reduce or avoid ad fatigue, making sure that we're getting new and fresh creative in front of potential consumers. Higher engagement rates and improved deliverability based on Meta's algorithms as they look at creative. So all of the content is built for scale, but it is designed for performance. Hundreds of different creative combinations generated on a monthly basis. And based on how we use it inside of Meta, inside of Google Ads and other platforms, we're continuously multivariate testing to make sure that the right creative is being presented to consumers. I'm going to go ahead and share with you kind of an example of what some of this creative looks like. Now, we've recently been invited into the Hyundai marketing program. My example here is going to be for a Honda and or an Acura dealership. So in this example, you can see that we got 10 different offers for the 10 different models for Honda. This is an example of the 1080 by 1080. This is an example of the 1080 by 1920. This is an example of the 1200 by 628. So already right there, 3 different ad sizes, 10 different offers, 30 different ad variations, plus then we create animated 360 spin GIFs. These are actually treated as little videos when we place them through the Meta or the Instagram, Facebook advertising platform, which gives us placement in many different areas through that platform. And then we also create another animated GIF, which it creates its own type of carousel. And then there's also other types of creative that we use, such as our messages campaign, which we would tie right back to your messaging platform at the dealership as tied into the Facebook advertising platform. We leverage really great OEM content branded with your dealership's branding to drive that type of activity. So that's an example of content creation engine. Now we're going to switch gears over to video advertising. So our video advertising is done through multiple different channels. One of them is going to be through the YouTube app. Now that YouTube advertising is in many cases an overlooked powerhouse when it comes to automotive advertising. As we know, over 2.7 billion active users on YouTube. It really stands as the second largest search engine, only behind Google itself. 62% of internet users access YouTube on a daily basis. It's a huge opportunity, especially if you're using the right audience to capture customers there. Multiple different types of ads that we can use inside of YouTube. We build out video ad assets in 2 different sizes: mobile optimized, desktop optimized, leveraging each individual offer. So if we build out 10 different display ads, we generate 10 different video ads. These are going to be placed in a skippable in-stream ads or in-feed videos. You've seen how the videos work on YouTube. We're able to have customers skip through after 5 or 6 seconds, or it can be right in the feed as customers are going through. This is leveraging that true view style strategy, even though they've move towards this new demand gen type of platform. But basically, it means that you're paying per view, not just paying per impression. So we're leveraging Google's AI to target consumers on YouTube with the right content at the right time. Our content is optimized for mobile and desktop based on size. It's a 20-second ad length video, which is different than what you might have on a traditional TV spot. We're not just taking that TV spot and putting it on YouTube. We have a YouTube specific creative that we use, and what's great about the way that we've built that content is we've delivered our entire message by the time that we get to 5 or 6 seconds. And then anything after that, the next 15 seconds really is just gravy. So even if you're not paying for the impression, you're still delivering the entire message at 5 to 6 seconds. Let's go ahead and take a minute and look at what that creative looks like. So to do that, I'm going to go ahead and jump into one of our dealership websites where we have some of these videos shown. I'm going to go ahead and show and play a quick 20-second spot for one of our YouTube video spots.
Right now at Bay Ridge Honda, you can get great prices and payments on hundreds of new Hondas. You pay what our employees pay during the Bay Ridge Honda Employee Pricing Sales Event. Plus, receive thousands in benefits and savings with our Bay Ridge Plus Advantage Plan. Get all the facts at BayRidgeHonda.com.
So I just want to show you a couple things on this video. First, you saw that really nice drive-in video as that vehicle comes in. So that really provides a really polished video presentation. I'll just go show that for you real quick.
You pay what our employees pay during the Bay Ridge Honda.
And now another thing I want to show you is that we know that a customer can skip somewhere around that 5 to 6 second range. So if I play this, And I'll pause it right at that point, and you'll kind of see what's happening right at that 5 to 6 second range.
Right now at Bay Ridge Honda, you can get great prices and payments on hundreds of new Hondas. You pay.
So right here, we're at 6 seconds. This is about where a customer can actually click on the skip button. You can see that right in this area, we got a lot of confetti. We got the vehicle coming in. So hopefully we're going to keep that customer's attention before they decide to skip away. And then we already have shown the dealership logo, the offer for a lease offer, for a financing offer. And if that customer skips, you don't pay for it. So that's an example of true view video advertising. Now I want to talk about Google enterprise level connected TV. So over the last few years, um, the Google marketing platform, which is the enterprise level tool set that Google provides large scale advertisers. This isn't just Google Ads and where you can place display and video ads right in Google Ads. This is using what they call DV360, Display Video 360. And inside here, we have enterprise level targeting tools and a lot more capabilities to be able to present video and display ads. So we use this for our YouTube advertising and our connected TV. And we have been experimenting with connected TV for the last year or so, and the results that we're getting really are spectacular. We're able to target in-market consumers based on our omni-channel marketing capabilities, which includes our conquest email marketing, creating those cross-channel targeted audiences, and then we're able to track how many people views a connected TV video and then visits a dealership website. And the numbers really are pretty amazing. But this gives us the ability to take TV style ads and our animated display ads and put them on the connected TV device. The connected TV device is going to include streaming devices, whether it's Roku or Apple TV or Amazon Fire, or smart TVs like Samsung, LG, Vizio, or Android. Even gaming consoles were able to get video content, Xbox, PlayStation, and some set-top boxes were able to get our video CTV presented to customers. And we buy all of these in a programmatic fashion. So basically, we pick the channels that we want to, or not the channels, we pick the platforms that we want to present ads on, and then we pick the specific audience. So the audience is what we're going after when we're going through the connected TV to be able to deliver that. So with our connected audience, our omni-channel audience, if a customer gets an email from us, that same customer, even if they don't open it, they're going to see videos on YouTube the next time that they're on their phone or their desktop. They're going to, next time they're on Facebook or Instagram, they're going to see our advertisements there. So search, social, display, video, they're going to start seeing us all over the place and connected to our conquest email marketing. Why does this matter? And what is the impact for Hyundai dealers? Well, it's going to give you an increased reach. It's going to tap into a broader audience base consuming content on connected TV devices, enhanced engagement, delivering high quality immersive ad experiences that capture the customer's attention, and improved ROI, benefiting from this programmatic purchasing model to get cost-effective pricing for precise targeting and maximum return on ad spend, which is a big overarching story of what we try to deliver. More volume, more traffic for less cost. Now, from a display standpoint, inside the Google Marketing Platform, we also have access to display. So display is really the oldest type of advertising that can be done on the internet. Display advertisements, we have two different types that we run. We are looking at retargeting customers. We retarget at the SRP level and the VDP level. Customer goes to a VDP, we're going to retarget that customer with the vehicle that the customer searched. We do on the SRP level, we're going to retarget the customer with an ad that's appropriate for the model that they searched. A great reason why to use retargeting is once a customer visits your dealership website, we want to stay in front of that customer. And there's a lot of data surrounding what happens when when we do stay in front of customers in a retargeting model. One of them is that visitors retargeted with display ads are 70% more likely to convert into a lead, meaning coming back to the dealership website and and submitting a lead. What I'm going to do real quick is I'm just going to show you some examples of some creative that we have for retargeting. So here's an example of a VDP retargeting. So let's say I'm a customer and I went to this dealership's website and I looked at this 2025 vehicle. I'm going to be retargeted with that exact vehicle, super high resolution imagery in that beautiful ad. And then and we include custom CTAs that match the dealership's website. And then if I click through to that, I visit the dealership's VDP for that vehicle. So it's almost like keeping that VDP in front of the customer even after they left. Multiple different ad sizes with multiple different creatives. And then at the model level, if a customer, in this case, we're using a call to action of a $25 test drive offer. That's an optional feature that you could use, but we're retargeting a HRV to that customer because that's what they researched on the dealership's website. And that is part of, and then the next part of our display advertising is what we call our Intice Flux creative. This is an HTML5 type of dynamic creative that leverages branding messaging, unique selling propositions, and then the individual offers. We have two different layers with a nice, clean animation, and we're able to present these customers to our conquest email marketing omnichannel audience, in addition to tier one auto research sites. So premium inventory placements on websites such as KBB, cars.com, cargurus.com. In some cases, we can get tens of thousands impressions per month purchased programmatically for pennies on the dollar because of that. To give you an example of what that creative content looks like, we can look at right here. So we start with unique selling proposition or campaigns, and we layer on top of the offers for, let's say, the $299 a month or the $259 a month. And then the way our system works is the customer clicks on that. We have dedicated landing pages with dynamic UTM codes. So all of that data goes right into Google Analytics. As we get things wrapped up here with my time with you, I want to talk about conquest email marketing. So conquest email marketing, if you would have asked me 4 or 5 years ago, I would have said it was a waste of money. Going back 3 years ago, we really decoded how email marketing can be used in a very effective manner. So the smarter approach to email starts with the creative. We know that customers today have this tendency to go to social media and just keep on flipping, right? Going through the feed. So we created social media feed type of templates that drives that type of behavior. The net result is we get as much activity on the bottom part of an email as we do on the top part of an email. We include animated GIFs, campaign offers, service content, new car offers, used car offers. We target customers based on your top selling zips. We look at active in-market shoppers based on multiple different areas, and we deliver emails to them. We provide you a dashboard. We give you the ability to look at the open rates, the click-through rates, the engagement duration. All of this goes directly into Google Analytics. And what's really cool about this is that this audience gets activated inside of YouTube and connected TV and through the Google Display Network and Meta platforms for Facebook and Instagram. So a really great way to target in-market customers and then surround them with all of the different digital platforms. In addition, we also use Polk Automotive intelligent marketing with 17 different in-market audiences that we expose in YouTube and in Google Display and in Facebook. We leverage lookalike audiences and platform-specific in-market audiences, such as in Google Ads or in Meta or in DV360, giving us a ton of great ways to target in-market consumers, leveraging massive databases. So that is Intice 360. all of the different tools, technologies, features that we're using for search, social display, video, etc. Again, this is leveraging our Intice omni-channel audience, total market coverage, fully integrated across all of those platforms. Data-driven targeting meets strategic execution, um, full funnel frequency. And one thing I do want to wrap things up on, I know I only have a certain amount of time with you guys today. And I want to wrap up based on our proven budgetary strategy. Now, when it comes to a marketing mix, what we typically do is we will make a recommendation for your dealership. We love to be able to get 3 years of sales. This is going to allow us to find, overall sales volumes for the preceding months. But more importantly, then we could take that sales data and we can look at where your top selling zips are. We can look for the outliers. We can look for the areas where we need to concentrate on to maintain your customer base. We can look at the population densities. We can look at other data around those customers, and then we can come up with a strategy. And we're going to come up with a conservative, moderate, or aggressive approach from an overall budget standpoint that's going to be dictated by the reach and the frequency that we're going to want to achieve with our entire marketing mix. And we take that budget and we apply it to our recommended marketing approach, which would include 35% of the total digital marketing spend being allocated to Google search, 25% being allocated to social media marketing, 10% for YouTube video, 10% for connected TV, 10% for display, 50-50 between retargeting and conquest, and then 10% for conquest email. We've proven this dealership after dealership after dealership. This is a great place to start, and then we can optimize and grow and shrink different areas based on the overall success as we move forward. So some final thoughts real quick. We know that it's not just about channels. It's not just about being able to do things fast. It's not just about being able to do things programmatically. It's about the overall results. Hyundai dealers who embrace Intice and our omni-channel approach is going to result in more qualified traffic, more engagement, more showroom visits, and better return on investment. So I appreciate the opportunity to be able to share all this information with you today. I'd like to open this up for any conversations. I appreciate your time today. So today in this video, I really just wanted to go through and rehearse for a presentation that I'm about to give to some Hyundai dealers. So if you had any interest in the information that I've shared with you, you have some questions, comments, concerns, do me a favor, hit me up. You can put a comment in this YouTube video. You can send me an email at david@intice.com. You can go to intice.com. You can submit a information request. Any way that you want to get me, I am available for you. Love to be able to set up a full custom presentation for you. Appreciate it. Thank you. Have a good one. Bye-bye.